Hi, I'm Jay Nicholas for the Oregon Fly Fishing Blog. Welcome back to the Oregon Fly Fishing Blog's no-nonsense series of saltwater fly tying videos. So we are gonna do another Clouser. Yes, we are, and we're doing all these Clousers because they're so effective. Doggone it. But you have to have names. You just can't say Clouser number 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So this is my Lingcod Clouser. This is fairly plain. It's tied on a Mustad 3407 3/0 hook. But I will tell you, I've caught Lingcod on size 4 hooks also, and small flies. But this is going to be a big Clouser because we're going out and we're targeting Lingcod, and Lingcod like to eat other fish, and so we're gonna give them something that is hopefully get their attention. At least it makes us feel like big, strong anglers when we're throwing big flies. These are this is the extra large dumbbell eyes. And the 3/0 hook, and your thread of choice. I'm using a 210D thread, and I'm going to make this a big Clouser. I'm going to make it 5 inches long. Yeah, 5 inches is a big Clouser. It really is. And so, you know what? I have friends who have made larger flies than these, but I think there are times when the Lingcod can't decide which end of the fly to eat. So I think if you have a 12-inch long fly, and I've fished 12-inch long Clousers, and I've had lots of fish that I did not hook get these monster grabs and then nothing. So I'm going to put in some lateral flash here. I actually feel more confident now fishing something in the 5 or 6 inch length range rather than the 8 to 12 inch range. And I don't know why. It could have just been the day or the depth. We were fishing Lings in 70 feet of water that day, and there's a lot of stretch in your fly line. Well, although the new lines, that's not really true. There's not much stretch in the new lines. This year's model. I was fishing last year's model. Throw in some bleeding gray. So how do you actually cast these? Yep, I actually do. Not that hard to cast. However, there are times when there's no merit whatsoever to casting a fly if you have the current running under the boat at any speed at all, because you cast out there and well, if you're going to cast, you need to cast up current and let the line sink underneath you. That's the reason to cast. Now I'm going to put in some that's bleeding gray, and then this is Midnight Blitz. It's a black SF blend with some hints of blue flash in it. So sometimes if the fish are 70 feet deep, it is a challenge to get your fly down to them. And my go-to isn't a regular fly line. It's 30 feet of T20 tungsten bulk line. We normally use it to make sink tips for our spay fishing. I'll use the whole 30-foot chunk that weighs 600 grains, and I may cast 20 feet up current, or I may just feed it right straight out into the current. and drop a lot of slack line into the ocean. Let that puppy get down there. Now, what you hope is that the scope on your line will be almost straight up and down. If it's straight up and down, you know how deep you are. Your leader's 4 or 5 feet long. Your 30 feet of tungsten, 600 grains there is 30 feet long. And then if you got 20 feet of, say, Rio slick shooter, 25-pound test, it's thinner than the other. So if you got 40 feet of that and 30 feet of your sinking tip, you'll be down 70 feet. But you've got to watch the current to manage. And then you jig it and you strip it, and you eventually you feel a heavy weight down there. It is a lot of fun. So there's a 5-inch long Lingcod Clouser, black over bleeding gray over UV white with lateral flash and XL dumbbell eyes. And this puppy really does work, and it's manageable. And guess what? You go in by the bull kelp, go in shallower water. Sometimes you find lings in 20 feet of water, 15 feet of water. Then it's really fun to cast and strip this thing. So get out there. No more excuses. No more heavy bottom bouncing jigs. Get out there and fly fish for those lings.